Hey everyone, welcome back to Ormsby Farm. My name is Casey. So on today's video, I am doing some more canning because I am prepping for $50 February. I'm gonna leave the hashtag right here. And putting more stock into the canning room to get ready for the winter. So what I'm doing today is a quick and easy chili and white bean chicken chili so that we can go ahead and pressure can it and get it into my canning room. If that's something that interests you, stick around.
I'm coming home.
So I'm going to start off with my standard chili. And the standard chili is actually in our family's volume 2 of our cookbook. And you can get one of these. They're on Etsy. Our link is always down below in our link tree. Go ahead, it's $10 for the cookbook, and it has all of our family recipes for winter, and volume 1 has our spring summer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start some ground beef browning, and I'm so excited because we're gonna be using my dear friends, Monica and Eric from the Bland's Promised Land Ranch, their ground beef. So we'll always be able to taste some Bland's Promised Land beef when we're eating over the winter. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut up for a minute, and I'm gonna go down and start my chili. Alrighty, so I'm starting with some homegrown peppers. I have done all the work and diced them up and froze them, and I'm just gonna throw probably about a cup into my chili. Again, our family's recipe is in our family's cookbook, so check it out if you want the full recipe. I'm throwing in some of our homemade bone broth, some of our homemade tomato sauce. Now, I may have over pressure canned that tomato sauce a little bit, but I'm still gonna use it and use it as paste. I'm putting in all of my seasoning now into the chili, and I just love the smelling of seasoning. It just smells so good, especially chili one with the chili powder and the cumin and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm dumping it straight into the pot. I'm adding some brown sugar. I normally add cocoa powder, but I didn't have any. So I just went without it, and it still tasted just as amazing. These are our home pressure canned black beans and pinto beans. I call them chili beans because I mix them together. And I'm going to dump them right into the chili, and then I'm going to give it a good old stir. And then we're going to bring it up to a boil. And then I'm going to put it on medium and just let it simmer for like an hour, hour and a half. It really just depends on how it tastes at that time. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna bring it up to a boil, and then I'm gonna let it simmer for about an hour. Sometimes I do an hour, sometimes I do an hour and a half. It's really just dependent on how it tastes after an hour. I wanna make sure that all the flavoring is kind of blended in during that hour. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start on the white chicken chili. Here we go now. Basically, don't kill me, y'all. I just used a pre-made box. I got it for a holiday gift, so I wanted to go ahead and try it and get it out of my pantry and get it canned up. So I'm just adding the beans from it. I'm adding the seasoning package. I had about 5 packs of my little chicken tenders in there that I cooked and shred. So I'm mixing this all up together. And of course, I'm going to add some of our homegrown peppers to the mixture as well, like I did for my regular the chili. Probably about a half a cup. I'm going to fill it up with water until it covers everything. And I'm going to do exactly the same like I did with the chili. Bring it up to a boil, then let it simmer for about an hour. And really the same thing with the white chicken chili. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on soup on high, bring it up to a boil. I like to crisscross the lid so it's not connecting. And then once it's up to a boil, I'll stir it, and then I'll put it down on low and let it simmer for an hour in the crock pot. So I will see you when both of those are done and we're about to get ready to start canning. Because basically it's going to be the same kind of thing for pressure canning. I just want to show you my process on canning soup, so I will see you shortly. Y'all, when I tell you I was so excited that it made 7 quarts of chili, I was just so freaking excited. And basically I filled it to about a generous inch of headspace. I made sure that I washed and sanitized my jars. And I made sure there were no cracks, no dents, and you know how you normally do. And now I'm just going to go ahead and continue the process, and I'm going to wipe it down, add my lids, and go from there. And when I'm wiping it down, I'm using a water and vinegar solution. That's basically just so nothing prohibits the seal of the lids. And when I'm using my 4-jar lids, y'all know how much I absolutely love my 4 jars. And they have my 100% approval and they have 100% seal rate. So I'm going to go ahead and place the top on all of those. I'm going to place the ring on all of them, and I'm going to tighten it to finger tight. And then I'm going to put it in my pressure canner. I usually can get about 7 in the pressure canner. That is for my chilies. Now, when you're looking into doing recipes and pressure canning, when you're doing soups, make sure you do your meat first. So you're gonna, if it's a beef stew, look up the beef for pressure canning ground beef. Or if it's chicken, so on. Shrimp, you get what I'm saying. So now we're going to wait until it comes up to pressure. Now, once it comes up to pressure, the 10 pounds of pressure, which will be here, that's when I'm gonna start my timer for 90 minutes. So I got a long time ahead of me, so I'll see you shortly. And look how pretty those look, y'all. So you're gonna wanna not touch them for 24 hours. And then you wanna sit it on your counter and let it sit for 24 hours. Do not touch it, do not move it. You know how I say when you can, just don't touch it, leave it. Then 24 hours after, take off the ring, label it, and put it in your pantry. And you have so many delicious food for you to have over the winter. And a quart of soup is actually meal for 2. So with us having 7 quarts, that means 14 meals of soup we've put up for the winter. So y'all, thank you so much for tuning into this video. And make sure you're tuning in to more of the $50 February challenge that I'm doing with my friend from Rich, from Old Sweet Farm, and Annette from the Cow Emporium. We're doing it in February, of course, but I will be posting more and more on Instagram and YouTube about what we're putting away. So y'all, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you are liking and subscribing. And go ahead and hit that bell icon so you know that anytime that new content drops to the channel, because we here at Ormsby Farm got some fabulous videos coming to you Thanksgiving and Christmas. Go ahead and follow us on social media, Instagram and Facebook at Ormsby Farm. And until next video, happy canning and be blessed.
I'm coming home.